Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Today tastes like staying in, and it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual, and it never tasted this good.
Welcome in here to the Davis Event Center for ladies action as the Holmes Bulldogs on the road to face off with the ICC Lady Indians tonight from the Davis Event Center. Hello, everybody. Glad to have you join us. Jordan Smith alongside Adam Gore as we get ready for action here tonight in Fulton. ICC coming off a loss on Monday night. They were on the road at Kahoma, dropped a nail-biter there at the end. They look to get back in the win column. Flipping the page, looking over at Holmes, they come into the night at 4-2. They knocked off East Mississippi 55-44 on Monday night. And Adam, as we welcome you into the broadcast here, you look at what Holmes has done so far on the year. They knocked off Northeast. They won on the road at Kahoma, knocked off Delta, beat East Mississippi, but they've got two losses in there as well, one of those being at Northwest, the other being down at Baton Rouge. So they've beat some of those teams we have as common opponents, but they've also dropped a couple in there that you wouldn't necessarily expect.
Yeah, and Northwest is a place that's extremely hard to play in this league, and especially a team that likes to shoot the three when they're on, especially at their place. They do a really good job of shooting the three, so they can beat anybody on any given night there in Senatobia. And then you look at it, you also take that road trip down to Baton Rouge, makes it extremely tough when you get on the road, get off the bus, and get out there and try to play, and then go from there. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting task. You take a look at Holmes. They've got some big bodies and some good shooters as well, so could be a pretty good little matchup tonight.
This is the Davis Ford pregame show. Visit davisfordsales.com or stop by 904 West Main Street in Fulton to pick out your next dream car, truck, or van. That is Davis Ford here in Fulton. Let's take a break. We'll come back with your starters here and the keys to the game here from Fulton as the Lady Indians and Lady Bulldogs get ready to tip it off here in just a few. This is ICC Basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Today tastes like staying in, And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
Back here courtside at the Davis Event Center as Holmes and ICC get ready for MACCC action in ladies basketball. Let's take a look at the starters. Tonight's starters brought to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination. Let's see if Coach Porter has that winning combination in tonight's starting lineup. First off, though, we're going to look over at the Holmes Lady Bulldogs, coached by Jamelia Johns-Andrews. The Bulldogs come into the night at 4-2 on the season, 4-1 in conference play. Starting at the point guard spot will be Jemiah Redd. Redd, a sophomore at 5'6", out of Canton High School. She'll be flanked at the shooting guard spot by Jordan Manning. Manning leads is second on the team with just over 10 points per game, also averaging 7 rebounds per game. Manning, a sophomore at 5'9". She also is out of Canton High School. And you'll notice in the starting lineup, 4 ladies from Canton High School. So some ladies, all sophomores in the starting lineup that have played a lot of basketball together. At the 3 spot will be Gabriella Bunch. Bunch, as well as Redd and Manning, has started every game so far this year. She's the lone starter that is not from Canton. She's from Laurel and Northeast Jones High School. At the 4 spot will be Morgan Williams. Williams is the leading scorer at nearly 11 points per game. She's a sophomore as well, out of Canton High School. And rounding out that starting lineup, another one out of Canton High School at 5'9", a sophomore, Jalecia Smith. Smith is the only starter that has not started every game so far this year. Only 3 starts on the year, but she's found herself pretty solidly in that started lineup through the stretch, averaging nearly 10 points per game, 6 rebounds on the year for Jalecia Smith. That is a look at the starters tonight for Holmes and the Lady Bulldogs. Flipping the page and looking over there at the ICC starters, that typical starting lineup we've seen from Coach Porter over the course of the last couple of weeks. They'll be led at the point guard spot by the sophomore out of Leland, Shamaria Overton. Overton at 5'2", sophomore as we mentioned, averaging 11 points per game, but she went for 20 on Monday night at Kahoma to lead all scorers. The 2-guard spot will belong to Dee Dee Shepard, a freshman out of Pontotoc High School. Shepard has found herself solidly in the starting lineup over the course of the last couple of weeks as well. Shepard, the second leading scorer on the team at 9.7 points per game. The 3 spot will belong to Scarlett Guess. You may remember week 1, Guess was the player of the week in the conference. She's a sophomore out of Blue Mountain, Mississippi at 5'7". The 4 spot will belong to Zaire Burgess, who really played well here last week against Northeast, as she had almost 20 points in that contest, a double-double for Burgess. She's a sophomore out of Lafayette County High School at 5'9". And rounding out the starting order for the Lady Indians, Cleo Worrells, the freshman who really played well as in addition to Burgess against Northeast a couple weeks ago. The freshman out of Hinesville, Georgia, the Bradwell Institute there, stands at 6'2", as she'll draw the start at the 5 spot. Really expect this to be a defensive battle tonight, Adam, as you look at just the scores that we've seen so far this year. ICC, you know they're going to play well on the defensive end. Holmes comes into the night only averaging a tick over 61 points per game. Flipping the page and looking at ICC offensively, that's where they've struggled, is to move the basketball around, as they've got stagnant at times on the offensive end. So we could have a low-scoring game on track for us here tonight.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised in that at all. And one of the big things that stands out to me is, and I think one of the keys to victory tonight, is going to be points in the paint and rebounding for ICC. You take a look at Holmes on the sideline over there. They're a pretty big basketball team. Long, rangy, can really get after the rebounds on that end. So it's going to take a lot of extra effort tonight, and that want to. You know, we talk about Brandon Brown for the ICC Indians men's squad. You know, he's not the biggest guy, but he has that want to when it comes to getting rebounds. So it's going to have to do that tonight for the Lady Indians as well, to see what they're going to be able to do in that sense, because you take a look, I mean, if Holmes was able to knock off East Mississippi, you know, they were one of the teams that was favored to win it this year. So it's going to be an interesting night here.
And it's interesting that you mentioned that rebounding number. Holmes averages 45 rebounds a game, 40 for ICC. But one of the things, if you're missing, or if you're getting that many rebounds, that means you're probably missing a lot of shots on the offensive end well. Let's see if the Lady Indians can get it back in the win column here tonight, as they'll face off with the Holmes Lady Bulldogs after this break. This is the Davis Ford pregame show. We'll come back with first half action right after this. This is Lady Indian basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Hi, I'm Kaylee Brooke McCollum, your 2020 ICC Most Beautiful, and you're watching Let's Go ICC TV.
Glad to have you joining us here tonight from Fulton. Perfect time is we're going to take you to the floor here to be introduced to the ICC Lady Indian starters, brought to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. That's the starting lineup tonight for Coach Robin Porter and her Lady Indians. As we get ready for the First American opening tip-off, Tommy Chambly and First American National Bank have been customer-driven and community-focused since 1964 with locations from Iuka to Tupelo. Visit famb.bank for more information. And we want to thank all of our fine sponsors for sponsoring all the athletic events we have going on here on campus. And Adam, I tell you what, if you're a fan of athletics, this has been the week for you here on campus in Fulton.
Absolutely. Baseball, softball getting started up this week. We had baseball and softball both yesterday. Softball earlier. Monday we had basketball again. Friday we're supposed to have tennis here tomorrow. That's to be determined as of right now. And then, of course, we're going to check the weather. But, again, it's going to be another full week of athletics. We do encourage you to visit letsgoicc.com to keep up with those schedules, as we're going to send it back to Jordan now for this First American National Bank opening tip.
We see Jalecia Smith for Holmes standing there in the circle. She'll jump for the Lady Bulldogs. Cleo Warriors jumps and wins the opening tip for the Lady Indians, as Lady Indians will operate from right to left. As you look at your screen, they're operating out of the white uniforms. And the maroon and black for the Holmes Bulldogs tonight, they will go from left to right.
Holmes coming out in a man-to-man defense early, so they're going to try to put some pressure on ICC.
You see ICC trying to get the basketball down low to Warriors. There's a good matchup down in the low post here tonight as Shepard drives the lane, left-hand lay-in up and off the glass. Does a good job of knowing how much time she had to use, and she gets it in there to score for the first time tonight.
Not only that, had to go through a lot of traffic to get that basket to fall. Good job there by the freshman.
Quickly down the floor comes Holmes. Smith can't get the two-footer to go, and the rebound comes down to ICC. Now Shepard again in a hurry. Same path as before. Left-hand side, can't get it to go. Rebound bounced around and ends up in the hands of the maroon and black. Now down the floor quickly, comes back Red into the lane, through contact, throws up a shot, kind of a wild shot there, won't go, and ICC is going to push the basketball. Burgess, left side, off the glass, front iron, no good. Gets her own rebound, now tries the right side. It goes, and she's fouled in the process.
Man, we got a track meet in front of us right now, Jordan. Both these teams like to get up and down, run the floor. Good job by Boosie to get up and get that rebound, put it back, and now a chance to at a three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Well, she had a double-double last week, well on her way again here tonight, and she's in the rebounding column as well as 2 points. Foul's going to go on Jemiah Red, her first personal, team's first as well. It's free throw up and good for Burgess. So the old-fashioned three-point play gives the Indians the lead at 5-0. Just over a minute into action here from Fulton. That full-court press that has become a staple with ICC forces a turnover right there as the Lady Indians, they are going to press you and make you earn everything you get with the basketball. There's a turnover, and we'll see Holmes with an opportunity to get set and the press for themselves.
Yeah, very frantic pace, and teams that like to press a lot of times don't like to be pressed, and that time just Holmes had the opening on the backside, just do a little too far, and caused the turnover.
They're going to say that Overton stepped out of bounds right here in front of the scorer's table. It looked like a block on Jordan Manning to kind of force her out of the way. You know, you can use that sideline to your advantage, but you can't push somebody over it, and that's what it looked like there.
Yeah, a lot of contact, but no call, and been a few questionable calls early that haven't got a whistle.
Good motion on the offensive end here for Holmes. As really for the first time tonight, they've got set on the offensive end. Manning working towards her left, into the paint, fighting up against Warriors. A ball off the glass, didn't even touch the rim. An easy rebound for ICC. Now Overton, shot out of a cannon out front, decides now to pull back, let the offense set. Warriors off the right side elbow, gives to Guest. Guest pulls up for three off the wing and airballs it. It is saved by Burgess, but bounces out of bounds off of ICC. And Holmes, after a good defensive possession, will get the basketball back, trailing 5-0.
Yeah, Scar's just got to take a little extra time there, get her feet underneath her, get squared up, and then pop that three.
Holmes doing a good job navigating the press here into the offensive front. Now driving up the baseline, off the glass, in and good. Gabriella Bunch goes into the scoring column, and she breaks that zero off for Holmes. Now trails by 3.
Yeah, good job being aggressive, driving the baseline. The defense fell off of her, was able to get the shot to fall.
Cleo Warriors off the right side. That's how you navigate through the press. As you get out in front, it's almost like a fast break opportunity on the 2-on-1. Good pass by Burgess, got it there, and Warriors scores her first basket of the night. Jump shot no good. Rebound to Warriors again as she's all over the place on the glass. Easy rebound for her off to Overton as ICC comes set, leading 7-2. 7:20 to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, good positive start here for the Indians. Got to keep pouring it on here because you know Holmes is a good team that can shoot the basketball, and they'll get out of this funk here in a minute.
Overton left side wing, 12 seconds to go on the shot clock. Man-to-man defense as Overton drives the lane, gives off to Warriors, finishing it with the left hand. Is a great job there by Overton to get it to her in position to score, and Cleo Warriors having her way down low.
Yeah, great give-and-go action right there. Was able to square up, finish with the left hand. ICC looking sharp early.
There she is again. Gets a hand out there in the passing lane, and here comes ICC right back in transition. 3-on-2. Shepard up the left side, misses the shot. Basketball flies out of bounds. I'll say it was off the arms of Zaire Burgess. So a missed opportunity there in transition for ICC.
Holmes is trying to go a little bit smaller now, so ICC is going to counter as well. Go a little bit smaller on their side.
A couple fresh faces into the game for ICC as Gillespie checks in, as well as our Destiny Harris checks in. They'll sub off Warriors and Shepard. So the first substitutions of the night for Coach Porter.
That was a walk.
Looked like a travel in the lane, but ball don't lie, as they say. No good on the layup. And ICC has it out front.
And that was a walk.
Harris is going to get called for that one there. As too many steps before she put the basketball on the floor.
Yeah, she did a good job of climbing the ladder to go get the basketball. Just couldn't quite find her balance when she came back down.
This 2-2-1 press has been what we've seen throughout the start of the basketball game for the Indians. Holmes does a good job there of getting through it. Now sets on the offensive end with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Good give and go down low. Ball was blocked, but they're going to say a foul in the process. Is Red on a little give and go action, pulled up from 8 feet, and was fouled and will go to the line for 2 shots. Foul goes on Overton. Her first, team's first. That'll be the first free throws opportunity of the night for Holmes, as we'll see another substitution for the Indians. Overton subs off the floor, and Amelia Hatch checks into the game.
Well, that's one thing. If you're a Lady Indian, you've got to be ready because she's going to play all options she's got on the sideline. And she's going to go to the bench often there in ICC already. Looks like they've already got everybody in the game so far.
Well, by my count, she's already gone 9 deep as Scarlett Guess has not come off the floor, but everyone else that was in the starting lineup is currently on the bench getting a breather here as Lamaya Pfeiffer has checked in. She subbed off Burgess. Second free throw up and good for Red, so splits the 2. And that's one thing that Holmes has not been very good at so far this year. They only shoot the free throws at 59%. So by comparing that to the Lady Indians, ICC shoots it at 72%, so a large difference there between the two.
You know, in close ball games, that's going to be big down the stretch is teams that make free throws and teams that don't.
Hatch got a really good look at it there in the lane, couldn't make it go. And now Holmes back out quickly in transition. Down into the paint, now back out top, three-point shot up from Williams, hits the bottom of the net, in and good. And just like that, the lead's cut back down to 3 points.
Well, that's what we said, Jordan. We knew that Holmes was going to be able to go on a run here in a little bit, and they found that run, and they've taken advantage.
Holmes is not a team that shoots the 3 ball very well either, only at about 23%. But by comparison, Morgan Williams shoots it at 55%. She's now 7 of 12 on the year from downtown.
Turnovers costing the Indians right now.
Back come the Bulldogs in transition, and they're going to say that stepping out of bounds was Jemiah Red. So a turnover there for Holmes as well. ICC bailed out. We'll get the basketball back, leading 9-6, 5:11 to go here in first quarter action.
Back and forth action we go here. We remind you the men are on the road tonight at Holmes. We will try to get you some updates and some live check-ins throughout the night.
Chloe Edwards has checked into the game for ICC. She has the basketball far side corner. Now back out top.
Glad we got away with a double dribble.
Back into the arms of Edwards, who statistically is the best three-point shooter on the team. Is ICC having trouble navigating through this 2-3 zone. Pfeiffer has it at the elbow. Pass down low is up and good there for Nadia Gillespie. As with that 2-3 zone, that's the 2 places you want to use. You want to use the elbow and the low block. And a good job of operating through those 2 spots for the Indians.
Absolutely great high-low set that time by ICC to get the basket.
Pull-up jumper's good on the offensive end for Morgan Williams. As Morgan Williams was a very good basketball player at Mississippi State, but Morgan Williams here for Holmes playing pretty well here tonight early on.
How did she finish her career at State?
She had a pretty big shot against UConn last time I checked.
Okay. Hey, we both share the hate for UConn.
Notre Dame guy on the broadcast. You got to love it. 5 seconds on the shot clock, and ICC really struggling on the offensive end. And good if it goes, but it will not go anywhere but out of bounds. There's a shot clock violation forced there by Holmes, and ICC has struggled immensely on the offensive end since setting back into that 2-3 zone.
Yeah, good call by the coaching staff there for Holmes to be able to fall back in that 2-3 zone. ICC is struggling against it right now, and good job by Holmes as well to weather that storm after the Indians started the contest red hot.
Good job of getting the basketball through the press. That's going to be could have been a travel before the charge, but they're going to get her for the charge, as they say, just completely out of control coming down the floor. That one's going to go against Bunch. That will be her first personal, team second. As Holmes has done a very impressive job of breaking that press, but when they've got into the offensive sets is where the struggle is really set in.
Yeah, it's almost like the panic button gets clicked a little too soon when they do break that press, and they have a little bit more time to work than they realize, but they rush it a little bit, they've turned it over, so now they've settled down a little bit more into the game.
Holmes back into that 2-3 set after the press breaks through. Driving through the lane there was Harris. Now back to Edwards off the right side wing. Back iron, no good. Pfeiffer with the rebound, puts up off the left side, in and good. Indians doing a good job on the boards. As that's not Pfeiffer there, that was Mariah Holland in the basketball game. She does a good job off the boards there to finish that one for the Indians and push the lead back out to 5.
Well, that's what we said. For ICC to have success tonight, they're going to have to do a good job in the paint. Got to play better defense on that end.
Yeah, not a very good defensive set there for ICC as they give that 2 right back. Out top with it is Hatch. She runs the point. She usually subs in behind Shamaria Overton, who starts the game as the point guard. Over to Harris off the left side. Now a little back and forth she goes. Good pass down low to Holland. Again off the left side. Couldn't get it to go, but was fouled in the process. and will go to the line for 2 shots. It's a beautiful pass down there by our Destiny Harris.
Absolutely. I like the adjustments ICC's made here when they're trying to attack this 2-3 zone, being a little bit more aggressive, attacking the paint and trying to get to the free throw line.
Foul goes on Williams, her first, team's third. ICC's only got 4 ladies on the floor. Okay, I see back here now. A teaching moment with Amelia Hatch back with Coach Porter as Dee Shepard is subbed back onto the floor. First free throw by the lefty. Holland is up and good.
Well, again, got to take advantage of these free throws, as Holmes has done a great job storming back into the contest right now. ICC trying to knock them both down.
Holland's only attempted 3 free throws on the year, but all 3 of those are good. Just back out to a 5-point lead here for the Indians. Into the lane, off the press, finishing off the left side, Katie Powers, who's from up here in the north part of the state, Tishomingo County High School. She's into some action and into the scoring column as well.
Yeah, you know she wants to have a big night tonight, being this close to home, and impressive. Shot out of a cannon, sprinting down the floor in a hurry, and has got that layup.
Nothing going on the offensive end there for the Indians. A foul way away from the basket there by Dee Shepard.
That was a doomed possession from the start, as Powers looked like she got bumped. Other side of the floor didn't get the call, and then eventually that second or third bump finally got the whistle.
Well, and the Indians looked like they had a good look on the offensive end, couldn't make anything happen. And it's amazing how many times a good look that doesn't translate to points on the offensive end turns into a bad defensive possession. That's exactly what that was there. So 15-12. It's been an interesting contest here so far, a high-paced contest. It's been a track meet at times, up and down the floor in a hurry for 2 guard-oriented teams that like to press you. 3-pointer from Powers out of the corner, air balls off of the leg of one of the ladies in the maroon jersey there for Holmes, so ICC will have the ball back.
Absolutely. And Jordan, one thing you talked about, both these teams liking to run early. Conditioning could be the final factor in this one.
You'd think that probably has to favor ICC due to the depth that Robin Porter has over there on her bench. As Burgess back into the game, pass down low to Holland. She finishes it off the left side again. When Holland gets the basketball there on the logo, is able to get to the left side of the rim, she is extremely dangerous down there.
Yeah, and good no call by the official that time as they tried to flop on the defensive end, and they let them play.
Powers has it out top, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Man-to-man defense as entry pass goes down low, and Holmes finishes one off the lower left block as well, as that was Jalecia Smith who scores for the first time tonight.
Yeah, good answer by Holmes that time, doing what ICC's doing, attacking the paint and getting after the basket.
Holland basketball, center of the floor, trying to get it back to a guard, but finds Burgess down on that low block. A little hook in the lane off the front iron, no good, as she worked herself open but couldn't finish. A rebound goes to Holmes. Pull up off the elbow, rolls around, no good. Rebounded by Gillespie. And just back and forth we go. Just up-pace battle. Again, ICC up the floor in a hurry. Edwards back over to Gillespie. Pulls up 3, right side, no good. Hatch with the rebound, though. She goes to work herself and gives back to Edwards again. And they say she took 2 steps before putting the ball on the floor.
Well, Jordan, I'm hoping I'm not jinxing us, but you remember at the beginning of the game you said this thing might be low scoring?
Hasn't been so far, has it?
It has not. And if this pace keeps up right here, we're going to have an exciting ball game all night.
It's been up and down the floor. We haven't had a timeout.
No.
And through the whole first quarter.
That's another good thing.
Means we get home early, huh?
I like it.
I'm sure after last night's baseball and softball action, you're probably ready to get home fairly early for a night, huh?
I just want to get home before 11:30 one night this week.
Right side layup up and good for Gabrielle Bunch. And Bunch leads scoring now for Holmes. She's found some room there off the right side. Pass knocked out of bounds down low by Smith. ICC will inbound it from the lower baseline.
I really like Holmes' trapping mentality whenever ICC gets in on the wing. They don't necessarily do it too much up top, but when ICC gets on the wing, they get aggressive, hands in the air, and really get in the face of the ICC ball handlers.
Well, and when you think about a 2-3 zone, I mean, I think about Jim Boeheim and Syracuse and what they've done for years. They don't really like to trap out of that zone, though. This is a different looking 2-3 as ICC gets into the lane, no good, and they're going to get Cleo Warriors for an over the back, and that's kind of ticky-tacky there. Could have gone either way, but they get her for that one. But back to the thought on the 2-3 zone. Holmes is liking to press you at a 2-2-1 fashion, set back into a 2-3 zone, but then if you get the ball over on the wing or in the corner, they're going to trap you out of it. That's not always seen in a typical 2-3.
Yeah, especially in that corner as well. They really like to get after you in that corner. But, yeah, on the wings and the corners, they're putting a lot of pressure on the Indians, and that's how they've been able to climb back in the game.
So turn the shot clock off. 15 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Holmes can hold it for the last shot, and they have an opportunity to take the lead, trailing by a point. Out top with it is Tania Jones. Jones gives off left side to Bunch. Bunch right side lane, had the look again, but lost the handle, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, one of those, I think she got surprised how the lane kind of opened up for her, tried to get a little too aggressive, lost the basketball, turnover back to ICC with 3.7 seconds.
Well, Holmes had a chance to hold it for the last shot, but they were able to get rid of it. Now here comes ICC. Hatch in the center of the floor is going to have a look, and she didn't get it off. I don't know if she didn't know how much time was on the clock or not, but she had a wide open look there off the left elbow and could not get a shot up. 17-16, ICC leads after the first quarter in a track meet, an up-paced game. It's been a lot of fun to watch here early on. Let's take a break. We'll be back after this. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
1,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser, only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
Brother Chris Burrows and ICC BSU are proud to support ICC and ICC Athletics. They meet on Monday nights at 7:07. You can follow them on Twitter at ICC BSU for more information. As ICC leads 17-16 after one quarter in an up-paced game we've had, as Holmes gets it into the lane there with Jordan Manning. She'll score for the first time tonight, and Holmes will take the lead for the first time tonight.
That's what we said. We imagined Holmes would settle down, find their rhythm offensively, and they've done that, leading it now by 1.
Bad turnover there for the Indians as Burgess trying to get it over to Scarlett Guess, and just a little pass, led it a little bit too much, incomplete, out of bounds, and it forces a turnover.
Well, ICC sending in a pair of subs in this situation, and right now if you're ICC, don't hit that panic button. Take a deep breath, get refocused, and get back after it.
Well, and that's the type of turnovers there that's in the unforced category. As you know, the press in itself is going to force you some, but that's one there that you can't afford to have. Down low with Smith, puts up right side, fouled, and they're going to say they got her for the arm bar. Left arm, foul's going to go on Jalecia Smith there in the lane. So an offensive foul gives the Indians back the basketball.
Yeah, the armbar, one of the 1,004 holes by Chris Jericho back in his WCW days.
Here we go again with the wrestling talk, huh?
And there's that trap causing the turnover.
And that's what it does. If anytime you get it near the sideline or the baseline, that's an extra defender for you. Set that trap up, nowhere to go, and Overton steps out of bounds, and 2 consecutive possessions.
You know, you talked about
turnovers.
You talked about in the pregame how they had 4 players from Canton all on the team, and you can see some of that gelling of being familiar with each other, especially on the defensive end. They communicate so well, and it's almost like they can read each other. And then you look at ICC on the other end, a lot of inexperience with freshmen, new faces coming in, so they're having to grow up in a hurry tonight against this experienced home squad.
You're right. They do a good job on the offensive end, but on the defensive end is where that helps. That's probably something they've been doing on defense for a long time. They know the theory and how to run it. They know where their teammates are going to be. As Adam's right, Jordan Manning, Jemiah Red, Jalecia Smith, and Morgan Williams, 4 starters tonight. Those 4 ladies have started every game for Holmes this year. They're all 4 sophomores from Canton High School. So that tells me they've played a lot of basketball together over the years. His first free throw was good there for Smith. Second one was not. So a 2-point lead here for Holmes as ICC's Overton shot out of a cannon off the rebound. There's going to be a whistle down low off the right block, a foul. I think they're going to get Smith for that one.
Yeah, just a little too aggressive after the ball went out of the hands of Overton. Was trying to get to it. Overton got it, grabbed her arm, and committed the foul.
Second foul on Smith. So the first person in any kind of foul trouble here tonight is Jalecia Smith, and I would expect to see her come off the floor, but she's not. She's staying in there as they sub off Morgan Williams instead.
Actually, that foul was on 23 for Holmes.
It was on 23, so they got Williams. So it is Williams that's in the foul trouble. I could have sworn it was Smith that was on the bottom of the pile.
It was 11, and the referee was talking to her about it as well, so maybe it was something else that we didn't see.
Second chance effort here for ICC's Guess off the right side wing. 3-pointer won't go. But another foul on Holmes on the rebound, as I think that was 15.
Yep.
Tania Jones.
Yeah, pretty obvious right there, pushing the back in front of the official. Easy call.
On the rebound, you push somebody in the back, you're going to get busted for that one. That's what happened there to Jones. Jones, the sophomore out of Holmes County Central.
ICC needs a basket in a big way.
Led it 17-16 at the end of the first quarter. Haven't scored here so far in second quarter action until right there. Mariah Holland, who's leading all scoring tonight with 8 points so far, finishes again with a left hand.
Yeah, what a dish that time by Shepard. Dee, great court vision to be able to get that pass off.
So what a made basket does for you if your ICC allows you to get set in a full court press yourself. And if nothing else, force that shot clock to get a lot more shallow for you if you're Holmes. There's a rush shot down low, no good for the Bulldogs. And here comes ICC out in transition as Warriors loses her footing, throws up a prayer. Can't get it to go, but right there again, Mariah Holland finishing off the right side. She's in double digits tonight.
Yeah, I think Warriors that time awkwardly may have tweaked her ankle a little bit as she was a little slow to get up off the floor after that missed layup.
So a quick 4-0 run here for the Indians. Gets back to lead 21-19, under 8 to play here in the first half.
Good collapse on the defense.
Good job by Worrells there as she steals the basketball away, and here comes the Indians out in transition. Shepard up the left side through contact. Ball was blocked down. They say it landed out of bounds off the block. So an opportunity for the offense to reset.
I tell you what, I like Dee that time, attacking the basket, even though she was up amongst the trees. You go in there, drive in, get a foul, get them in foul trouble. If not, get the ball, get your shot blocked, get it back, and start over again.
And talking about people from here in our district, here comes Zanaya Bogan at 6'2" out of Shannon High School. She's subbed onto the floor for Holmes. Three-pointer out the corner. Scarlett Guest knocks it home, and the first three-point try of the night for ICC hits the bottom of the net and pushes the lead back out to 5.
Big basket there gives the Indians a little bit more breathing room here, a little bit more confidence on the offensive end.
Scarlett shot the ball well from three-point land so far this year. She knocks that one home for her first points of the night. And now ICC looks for a stop. It's a whistle and a foul.
Hold on now.
And they're going to say Dee Shepard.
The sheer mathematics of that is impossible. As Dee getting hit with the foul after knocking down Bogan. Dee giving up a little bit of size and to Bogan in that sense.
Bogan trying to set the screen, and I don't know. Bogan with.
It's like me knocking down Big Ray.
24-19, ICC leads it. 7:03 to play here in the first half. As Holmes has it, 15 seconds on the shot clock. As Holmes is definitely going with a forward-laden lineup here. His entry pass comes right into the hands of Bunch, and she just turns, fires, and shoots and knocks the bottom of the net out.
Boy, she knocked that down with some confidence, too. Hand down, man down is her mentality.
Not sure anybody in a white jersey expected her just to turn and fire that way, but she knocked the bottom out. It's down low. ICC's going to score it with Lamaya Pfeiffer on the floor for the first time tonight. That left side of the lane's been good to the Indians.
Yeah, great pass that time. Drew the defender away from the basket. Easy layup.
Pass right side again. We'll try the three with Bunch again. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound to Warriors. So ICC has gone back to their big lineup now as well to combat what they've got from Holmes on the other end. Overton in the lane, gives off Pfeiffer left block. She does a good job leveraging herself, getting down in there. Can't get it to go, though. And the rebound goes to Holmes.
Yeah, the help defense really caused her to kind of stutter a second that time. And Holmes on the other end misses the layup, though.
Bunch can't get the first one to go. Gets the second one to go, though, as the ball just spun up there on the rim long enough to get her into position to rebound it and put it back.
Man, anything you can do, I can do better right now between these two basketball teams. And that's over and back. Good call.
Got to know where you're at on the floor there. She had both feet on one side when she touched it. One came back across the center stripe. That's the right call. And an unforced turnover again. You know, you got turnovers and unforced turnovers. Those unforced ones are really going to hurt you.
Yeah, and right there is just part of that, frantic style of play. You get a freshman in there and know that the pressure, the trap's coming, so you try to do something in a hurry and just make that mental mistake.
Been a back-and-forth affair so far here tonight from Fulton. 26-24. ICC leads it. Out top with Red. She gives off right side corner to Bunch. She'll fire it again at bottom of the net. She has the green light whenever she wants it, and she had 6 points in the first quarter, 8 points here in the second quarter, already 14 points on the night for Gabrielle Bunch.
She has a good-looking shot, and as you said, she's got a quick shot, so she's extremely hard to defend. So one of those, you got to know where she is at all times when she's on the floor.
Second foul there against Jemiah Red. That will send Lamaya Pfeiffer to the charity stripe. 1 of 2 on the year from the free throw line.
Boy, free throws going to be big tonight.
First one by Pfeiffer, hits the back glass, hits the rim, and bounces off, no good.
Got to get a little bit more bend in those knees.
Hey, and you need a little bit of air under the ball there.
Yeah.
That was a line drive coming into the rim. Just waiting that second shot here from Pfeiffer. It's up, and it is good.
Nice adjustment that time to come back and knock that one down. Tied 27-27, 5.5 to go until halftime.
Back into that full court trap, trying to trap the basketball at the half court line. Had a shot at it there, couldn't pick the pass off. And now settling back into half court defense. Down towards the elbow, now back out top to Red. Now corner with Bunch. You want to cover her when she's in that corner. That's where she likes the basketball. Now knocked loose, ICC got a foot on it. And they're going to say it was kicked out of bounds by Amelia Hatch. So Holmes will have it back. Shot clock doesn't reset those. They say never did retain possession, and now we're going to have a conversation about it. I'm sure that conversation there is about whether to reset the shot clock.
Yeah, I'd say, and I don't think you do in this situation.
I don't think so either. I don't think ICC ever officially had possession.
And they're going to agree.
They're going to say no. Well, it does set back to 20, though, so I guess they're going to say they did.
Well, excuse me. So, break there for Holmes, and there's going to be a foul on the Indians.
Yeah, Overton's going to be in the back of Bunch. That's going to be her second. So some foul trouble for Shamaria Overton. Under 5 to play here in the first half. Only 4 fouls in the game so far tonight against ICC, but 2 of those against Dee Shepard, 2 of those against Shamaria Overton. So that's your 2 starters at guard. You got 6? I missed a couple somewhere.
Well, that's just fouls in the quarter here.
Well, I only had 4 on my sheet for the whole game here, though. As we had C.J. Adams providing us some stats down the line there. We'll take a look at those at the halftime break.
Oh, great defense.
Up, down the floor in a hurry. As ICC had a good look at it, couldn't get it to go. Ball knocked out of bounds. They're going to say, I believe, off of Holmes. There officially is the call off the baseline.
Well, I like the tenacity of that play on the defensive end by Holmes. And the girl went to save the basketball, tried to throw it to her teammate. Unfortunately, when she saved it in bounds to that teammate was already out of bounds.
So entry pass there from Harris. Now swings back out top to Nadia Gillespie. And Gillespie gets it back now to Hatch. Hatch off left side, 15 on the shot clock. Gives back to Gillespie, wide open in the corner. It's the bottom of the net. Nadia Gillespie picks up a three-pointer herself, and she's wide open and is able to drill it home.
Good job that time getting spotted up. Able to knock down the shot. If they leave you that open, you got to make them pay.
That's the opportunities you're going to have if they sit back in that zone. Is if you want to bust them out of it, you got to shoot them out of it. ICC, not a great three-point shooting team, but that one there was a good-looking shot from Nadia Gillespie. Now Bunch, you know she can shoot it from anywhere on the floor. She likes that right side baseline. Turnover. Here comes ICC. 2-on-1 in transition. Harris, contact, and they're going to say she traveled first. As that's been your problem, is you've had so many opportunities out in transition. And Adam, I would say that they've squandered more of those than they've capitalized on.
I agree, especially here in the second quarter of play. ICC's had their opportunities, but again, you got to give credit where credit's due. Holmes matching ICC's intensity, trying to get up and down the floor. They're able to get back defensively and cause some problems.
3-point advantage for ICC, but if they would have taken advantage of those opportunities on the fast break, you could easily see them leading it by double digits at this point. Katie Powers back into the game. Freshman out of Iuka, Mississippi. Gives off to the right side, now down into the lane. Lots of contact and a charge. Great job there by Hatch of getting set down around the low block, taking that blow, and causing the turnover there off the charge call.
Yeah, it was a good recovery that time by Boosie, able to get back and follow her step for step, and then Hatch coming up, giving up her body on that assist or help side defense, you can say, and draw that charge. And she drew a pretty tough one, too.
Yeah, that was a big lick as Tanaya Jones called for the charge, her second. Team's 5th in the quarter. So free throws rest of the way through the quarter for the Lady Indians. Hatch with the basketball, left to right. Now back into the lane, left side. Tried to give it off to Warriors. Lost handle of the ball. Now basketball's loose. It ends up in the hands of Holmes. And wisely pulling it out there and resetting on the offensive end is Jordan Manning. She gives off to her right side now with Jones. Jones right side gets up to the glass, puts it up, no good, but fouled, and will go to the line for 2. That foul's going to go on Zaire Burgess. Burgess is first, team's 4th. But due to the shooting nature we will see Tania Jones, who has not scored tonight, go to the free throw line. Jones is only 8 of 20 from the free throw line so far on the year. Make that 8 of 21. As that 59% clip is not one that I would imagine Coach Andrews is very proud of off the stripe.
Yeah.
Second shot here for Jones is up and good.
Yeah, just kind of a little old school for you. Like whenever I played basketball, our coach said they're called free throws, not O-nos. So you got to have that confidence when you're going to the line to knock them down.
That is correct, and that 60% clip, I mean, you can't help but think a close game. You got to have some of those you're missing to win. Is up the floor in a hurry as they break the press down the left side of the lane. ICC's Hatch, I believe. It is Hatch, gets in there, gets fouled going up with the left side. That foul's going to go on Jalecia Smith, her second personal. That will send Hatch to the line for 2.
Again, got to take advantage of these free throws here if you're ICC.
And Hatch has done that all year, shooting it at an 88% clip off the line. First one up and perfect. So back out to a 3-point advantage for the Lady Indians.
See former ICC volunteer assistant coach Anna Deal Porter in the house.
As that second shot up and good as well. So good job off the line there for the freshman Hatch. She's perfect there so far. Now ICC's got the lead back out to 4. Now Bunch off the right side wing. Leads all scoring in the game with 14 points. Got hot earlier from three-point land. This ball swings around to the left side. Crazy shot thrown up off the back glass. No good. Rebounds fought for, now controlled again by Hatch. It got swatted over to her. Now she's up the floor in a hurry. Edwards step inside the three-point line. Back iron no good. Warriors with the rebound. Finishes it off the right side glass. And that's what Cleo's able to do down low for you. You match her up with Mariah Holland, and you've got a great opportunity to get the boards.
I just like the fact that she goes back up with a lot of confidence. You see sometimes players get that rebound and panic when they try to go back up. She goes back up, eye on that glass, and finishes strong.
And to only be a freshman, she really has a good understanding of what to do with the basketball down there when she gets it. As right on cue, she gets another rebound. She's well on way to double-digit rebounds here again tonight. Hatch with a little move there in the lane. Can't get the shot to go. Goes out of bounds off the hands of 15, Tania Jones. So ICC will hold possession. A nice little juke move there coming down the lane there for Hatch.
Got a little oohs and ahs out of her teammates over there on the sideline.
Sometimes I think those oohs and ahs make it more difficult to actually put the ball in the rim.
Yeah. A little shake and bake, but nobody there to help.
And Gillespie inbound pass, a little give-and-go action off the left side. Fought through contact once, now twice, and finally gets the foul call there the second time. It's a beautiful play there off the inbounds, a give-and-go with Holland. Couldn't get the first one to go, had a little contact, and then got her own rebound. The second one wouldn't go, but she was fouled.
Yeah, and again, it goes back to just how tough Holmes is defensively. They recovered extremely well on what should have been an easy layup that time. Blocked the shot, but ICC kept fighting, now getting back to the free throw line.
One of the scary things about playing someone with 2 fouls on them in the first half is that you're risking something like that happening on a play down low, and that's what happened. As Jalecia Smith just got busted for her 3rd foul. Averages 10 points a game. One of the starters here on this squad for Holmes, and I would expect to see her anymore for a while. His first free throw was good there for Gillespie. Here's the second one. It's back iron, no good. Rebounds fought around, kicked around. The lady's diving on the floor trying to get it, and it's in the hands of ICC. Now Holland pulls up, front iron no good, gets her own rebound. More contact. Out top now and reset on the offensive end. It's a good job on the glass for the Lady Indians. Now down low to Warrior. She goes to work, puts one up, and that was a circus shot that had no chance. Up the floor comes Bunch, get a little no-look pass, and finishing it off the right or the left side, it was Manning. And that gets back into that know where your ladies are at, as you got a squad here, 5 sophomore starters, 4 of those playing high school ball together. They know where each other's at. A little no-look pass there in the lane.
Absolutely, just kind of got that connection. You have that faith, that confidence in where they're going to be, and you deliver.
Pass knocked loose into the arms of Holmes again. Unforced turnover for the Lady Indians. Now Bunch, another pass to Red. Same exact thing as the last possession, and Red finishes it again off the left side. As that was Manning, not Red. Jordan Manning finishes it off the left side, back-to-back possessions. ICC led it by 7, but it's cut back down to 3. As let's take this break. ICC leads by 3 and 1:19 to play in the first half. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network. The ICC Wesley Foundation is a proud supporter of ICC and ICC Athletics. They meet Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Look for them on Instagram and Facebook by searching ICC Wesley. It's 1:14 to play here in the first half. You know, Adam and I said in the pregame show this was probably going to be a defensive battle. Well, we missed on that one. ICC 15 on the shot clock. Into the lane is Hatch. She puts up a shot in and good as Amelia Hatch has looked good off the bench here in the first half. She has 4 points.
That's what makes this ICC team so dangerous. They can get production from your starters off the bench. Everybody's able to chip in offensively.
And they've got real depth. I mean,
yes.
You know, a lot of teams can say they have depth and they'll go 8 or 9 deep, but only 5 or 6 of those people can score. 10 or 11 deep for ICC, and you don't really feel like you miss anything. As Mariah Holland having a career night here in Fulton, 12th point of the first half, as she's just going to work off that left side. But speaking back to that depth that Coach Porter has, you don't lose anything no matter what 5 you've got on the floor.
Yeah, and that's big. As a coach, that gives you a lot of confidence to know you can turn around, look somebody in the eye and tell them to get in, and you're going to keep that production level going.
Well, and you know, we've had the opportunity to talk to her in a couple of post-game shows and ask her about that depth. And what she said is really impressive to me. It's that she expects everybody on her bench to go in there and not lose anything, no matter who's on the floor. They're all expected to play the same intensity on defense and have the same production on the offensive end.
And the good thing about that is you see everybody on the bench, like they're supportive of everybody. They're bought in on that mentality.
Well, and you've got to be paying attention. You've got to know what's happening on the floor because you know at any given moment you may have your number called.
Mm-hmm.
As Manning to the free throw line, missed the first one. Second one rolls around in and good. So a 6-point advantage. 3.6 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. So you would expect this to be one of those situations where you want to take as much time as you can, but you want to make sure you get a good look as well. Hatch with it out top, working off that right side wing. Man-to-man defense is the call for Holmes. Let's try to get it down low with Holland. Ball knocked loose, but Edwards has it off the left side corner. Now back to Hatch. Going to dribble drive down the lane. Pull up floater from the logo. Back iron, no good. Rebounded by Jones for Holmes. Now 5 seconds on the clock. Now down to 3. Manning in a hurry. And she's going to be whistled for a walk. It's a good job in transition defense for ICC because Holmes had numbers.
Yeah, good job there, but also one of those moments as an ICC fan, held your breath with only 4.4 of a second left. Didn't want to send him to the free throw line.
0.4 of a second here. Entry pass comes in. Ball is touched. Clock runs out. There's no chance of getting a shot off there. And we've made it to the halftime break. 39-33, ICC leads it here from the Davis Event Center in Fulton. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with a look at the scoring column. We'll review those keys to the first half, and we'll get our first look of the night at what's happening in the men's action as they're facing off with Holmes as well. This is ICC Basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser, only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tide!
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
He's got some umph, and I got some umph.
I don't know about your umph, but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good umph or a bad umph?
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes, dancing, eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
39-33, the Lady Indians lead the Lady Bulldogs of Holmes here at the half from the Davis Event Center. This is the Little Caesars halftime report. The quickest pizza in Itawamba County just got even quicker thanks to the Little Caesars app. Just place your order from the convenience of your phone. It'll be hot and ready for you when you get to 1405 South Adams Street to pick it up. That is Little Caesars right here in Fulton. Let's take a look at the opening stats from the first half. Taking a look first over at the Holmes Lady Bulldogs, and I just find it incredible that they have 4 girls on the team that played high school ball together and graduated together. It shows. It's impressive to watch with what they do. Leading scoring for the Holmes is Gabrielle Bunch. She is the starter of the bunch that is not from Canton High School. She's from Northeast Jones down in Laurel. Bunch led all scoring in the contest with 14 points in the first half. Right behind her was Jordan Manning, who had 7 points, all coming in the second quarter. Manning drew the start tonight at the 2-guard spot. Jemiah Red also drew a start, 1 point on a free throw there in the first quarter. She has 2 fouls and didn't see a ton of action there in the second quarter. Jalecia Smith, talking about someone getting in some foul trouble, she had 3 fouls in the first half, 3 points to go along with that for Smith. Tania Jones picked up 1 point on a free throw off the bench. Morgan Williams got in some early foul trouble as well with 2. She's got 5 points and didn't play much down the stretch there in the second quarter as well. And the only other scoring there off the bench was for the freshman out of Tishomingo County High School, Katie Powers, had 2 points for the Holmes Lady Bulldogs there in the first half. Taking a flip over and looking at ICC in the first half, it seems like it's a different lady every night. Tonight it's been Mariah Holland who's shown up on the offensive end, only averaging 2.3 points per game coming into the night. She goes for 12 to lead scoring for the Indians in the first half. Dee Dee Shepard, only lady that really, I guess Overton has 2 fouls as well, but Shepard with 2 there in the first half to go along with her 2 points. Didn't see a ton of her down the stretch in the second quarter. Zaire Burgess, 3 points. Scarlett Guest, 3 points on. They only made 3 of the night for the Indians. 6 points for Nadia Gillespie in action off of the bench. Shamaria Overton drew the start at the point. She got in some early foul trouble and didn't play a lot there in the second quarter and has not hit the scoring column so far tonight. Cleo Warriors has pounded those boards again tonight. 6 points, all of those in second chance fashion, as she's done a really good job on the boards again here tonight. Amelia Hatch, I thought she had some really productive minutes there in the point guard spot, subbing in for Overton. 4 points for Hatch, all there in the second quarter. And Lamaya Pfeiffer got in the scoring column there late in the second quarter as well. 3 points on a 2-point field goal and a free throw there for Pfeiffer. ICC led at 17-16 at the end of the first quarter. They lead at 39-33 here at the half. This is the Little Caesars halftime report. And speaking of food around Fulton, we want to go to a Sonic Studio update here. For the first time tonight, we're going to take a look into the studio. Let's see what's happening in the men's actions. We have that feed for you here. Don't forget to text Sonic at 876-642 to get special offers. Message and data rates may apply. Also, don't forget to download the Sonic app for additional specials. This is a Sonic Studio update. Let's see what's happening in men's action.
Well, right now the Indians leading at 13-8 over Holmes. We're going to let you listen in on the play-by-play and the call of this one for the remaining 4.5 of the first half of play. This is part of Little Caesars halftime report. Well, they're going to go to a commercial, so let's go to 1-2 before we come back with that.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's going to stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
The outlook for...
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
We're going to look live back now here at the men's basketball game going on at Holmes. ICC leads it 15-8.
Bulldogs trail 15-8 over the Itawamba Indians. Ball with Caleb Higgins as he's working and gives it to Isaiah Sheffield with no hesitation. Shot off from Sheffield. Also, LJ Olainko will come back in for Holmes. A key point tonight in tonight's ball game is that Itawamba has the major height advantage over Holmes, as you can see with most of their majority of points coming in the paint here in the first half, but Bulldogs being scrappy, trying to get some buckets on the outside, forcing that open lane in the middle. Ball with Isaiah Sheffield, stolen away by Brandon Brown. Laying off and rebounded by Isaiah Sheffield. Good hustle by Sheffield, coming back and getting the rebound after the recent turnover. First three-pointer from Talley is good from outside for three for Tyler Talley. Bulldogs trail by 4. Score 15-11 here in Goodman. Bulldogs trail 15-11 over the Itawamba Indians. Make sure to tune into the ICC media for their broadcast of tonight's ball game for the women's side, as it's currently halftime in Fulton. Lady Bulldogs of Holmes trail the Lady Indians of Itawamba 39-33 at half. Make sure to cheer on our Lady Bulldogs. Step back from Talley is short, rebounded by the Indians. Like I said, make sure to support our Lady Bulldogs. Tune into their streaming site, but also make sure to stay tuned to your men's contest here tonight in Goodman, as we got a lot more ball game left to play here. As it's in the first half, Bulldogs trail 11-15. Foul called on LJ Olainka, as he's already had 2 blocks tonight. That'll be his second foul for LJ Olainka. First free throw off from Deshaun Berry. Checking in for Itawamba is number 12, Hunter Stacy.
Overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, tastes like $1,000,000.
Pepperoni cheeser, only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
Second half action underway here from Fulton as ICC took a 6-point lead into the break, and they come out with the basketball first here in the second half. 39-33 as we get going. Thanks for sticking with us through the Little Caesars halftime report. This looks like the men are underway tonight as well. It's pull-up jumper there for Overton, no good. Rebound by Burgess, using that glass, trying to put it in, no good. Second chance there for Guess, it's in and good. So 3 chances on the offensive end, finally accumulates in a bucket for Scarlett Guess.
And that's what we said, man. You got to be aggressive on these boards if you're ICC, because they do have a little bit of size disadvantage in there, but ICC crashing them. 3 opportunities there and able to cash in.
Manning gives off to Red, pull-up jumper from inside the lane, back iron no good, and there's D.D. Shepard on the rebound. Adam, I think ICC's done as good as you could expect off the boards tonight.
You can't ask them to do any better.
Entry pass down low to Burgess, double team, trying to get rid of it. Now does, back to Shepard out top. Working with the left hand, gives off to Overton into the lane, trying to get it to Warriors down low. Ball knocked loose and out of bounds. Good movement on the offensive end there for the Indians.
Yeah, that's the key when you're playing a zone. You got to move without the basketball. You can't stand around and watch. And ICC, I think they got caught doing that a little bit earlier, but Coach Porter looks like they got him more attention on moving without the basketball.
8 seconds on the shot clock. Overton goes right, gives to Guess. Now down to 4, now down to 3. Gonna have to get rid of it. Fades away, gets the shot off, but it's off the iron, no good. And rebounded down low by Holmes as Morgan Williams.
Yeah, good job creating space to be able to even get that shot off that time.
Quick pass up the floor into the arms of Manning. No good. Could have been a walk, but again, the ball don't lie. Rebound goes to ICC.
Yeah, good defense that time. Just stayed straight up, arms in the air, the way you're taught. Calls that miss.
From Holmes back into a man-to-man set. Didn't see a lot of that from them there in the first half as Shepard drove off left side. The shot was swatted up into the stands.
Well, I like DD's mentality. She's going to be one of those, like, give me the ball back. I want to do it again.
She's a slasher. She likes to attack the basket. Does a good job with it. Burgess, good pass over to Warriors in position off the right side. Block finishes through contact. Nice job for Cleo Warriors, the freshman from Hinesville, Georgia. So 4-0 run to open up the second half here for ICC. They led it by 6 at the half. Now back out to double digits for only the second time tonight. Jones, right side. That was Williams. Williams puts up the shot, fouled in the process. She'll go to the line for 2. First foul here in the second half. It's going to go.
I believe that's going to be against Warriors.
Against Warriors, yep. That's her second.
Yeah, that time not moving her feet defensively, just sticking that arm out and getting her across the arm on that shot. So a good job challenging. Maybe catching Warriors a little tired after hitting the deck hard on that other end of the floor.
First free throw up and good there for Williams as we see Symphony Berry checks into the game for Holmes. Didn't see Berry in the first half. Here she is early on in the second half. Front iron on the second shot for Williams. Just not a very good free throw shooting team. That's plagued Coach Andrews' bunch over from Holmes all year. Definitely not a zone here. Back into that press. Here comes Shepard into the lane. Right hand gets it up to go, and the floater in the lane. Nice job there by Dee.
Yeah, got the defender on her hip, knows how to finish. Was able to drop it in there.
Bunch right side, contact, and a block call. It's one of those could have gone either way. They'll say Guest didn't get her feet set.
Yeah, I think also she might have had those heels on that arch as well.
Yep, one thing you definitely got to watch for now is that arch down there below the basket. If any part of your body is close to it, it's going to be an automatic block call. First free throw there by Bunch is good. Bunch leads all scoring now with 15 points in the contest.
Been very impressed by Bunch tonight. Good-looking shot. Doesn't hesitate when she has her shot to put it up.
Bunch averaging just a tick over 10 points per game on the year. Came into the year only shooting 27% from the floor, 12% from the three-point line. But she's had a much better stroke here tonight.
Yeah, you tell me that was her numbers coming to this game, I wouldn't believe you.
Shepard back into the lane, rolling around, no good. Rebound fought for, and it's finally going to be corralled by Scarlett Guess. And she gets it back out top to reset the offense. Overton down the lane right side, and for the first time tonight, Shamaria Overton puts the ball in the basket.
That all started with Burgess underneath. She didn't get that rebound, but she wrestled it away and allowed the team to have another chance at getting that basket.
11-point lead for the Indians, under 7 to play here in the third quarter. As the third quarter so far has belonged strictly to ICC. Williams with it off left side wing, fighting up against Burgess. Now back over to Red, now into the corner with Berry. Berry pulls up jumper, front iron, no good. Rebound back to Guess again.
Great defense that time. Forced him into a bad shot deep in the shot clock. Able to use a little bit of that clock as well.
Well, here comes Dee Shepard. Haven't seen that 2-3 zone so far in the second half for Holmes. Shepard likes that logo there in the lane. She gets it to go once again. As Dee Shepard, if she gets it to that logo spot there in the paint, she's trouble.
Yeah, you got to have some help defense. The defender right now struggling to cover Dee Dee. Dee Dee knows that, feeling confident and able to finish.
Got a whistle and a timeout, and Coach Andrews has not liked anything she's seen since coming out of the locker room here to start the second half. 49-36, ICC leads, 6:06 to play in the third quarter. Let's take a break. We'll be right back after this. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Today tastes like staying in, and it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual, and it never tasted this good.
Hi, I'm Kaylee Brooke McCollum, your 2020 ICC Most Beautiful, and you're watching Let's Go ICC TV.
When you're ready to sell your house or buy your dream home, give Tommy Morgan Realtor Ricky Murphy a call at 842-3844 or look him up on Facebook at Ricky Murphy, Tommy Morgan Realtors. Also at Renaissance Bank, they understand consistency, they understand hard work, but most importantly, they understand you. Visit RenaissanceBank.com to learn more about the Reward Extra checking account. And speaking of hard work, I would imagine this ladies basketball team for ICC got worked pretty hard after the road loss to Kahoma on Monday night.
Yeah, no doubt on that one. It was a disappointing loss, tip of the cap to Kahoma. Program that's on the rise out there, and wow, what a collision.
That's a no-doubter there. Shepard's heels got thrown up over her head. She's going to have to stretch out. She's holding that left arm a little bit. As big blow there going to come from Symphony Berry. Berry hasn't played much tonight, but she got credited with a foul call there.
Yeah, that's a hip check there for Lee Adams and the rest of the hockey fans.
Now Shepard with it off left side. Now back up top to Guest. Shepard's got it back. You know she wants to score after that. As pull-up three for Scarlett's off the side of the glass. No good. I don't know if she wasn't set or what, but not a good-looking shot there for Scarlett.
Yeah, again, just didn't quite get squared up to it and rushed her shot.
Williams for three, steps into it in and good. And a bad shot on the offensive end for ICC leads to a quick three back for Holmes as they cut the lead back down to 10.
Well, we said, you know, they needed to switch back to that zone defense. They look like they've done that, maybe a matchup zone in this situation.
Yeah, back in, it's more of a 1-3-1 look here than that traditional 2-3. As they've got good length in the middle, and that's what you get with Symphony Berry down low. As ICC got the basketball up and had a good look at it, but Symphony Berry is that perfect prototype person to be in the center of the lane in that 1-3-1.
Yeah, and if you're Burgess, you can't just turn around and assume that play is going to be there. You got to have a good eye on where you're going to pass the basketball.
Defensive bust. Should have been a three there for Amari Anderson. She couldn't get it to go, though, as Scarlett Guest had left her wide open out of the corner. Ball those sails out of bounds, and ICC is going to get it back. But that quickly could have cut the lead back down to 7.
Yeah, that would have been a huge, huge basket there. Big-time shot missed for Holmes. Bullet dodge for ICC. Indians need to find this rhythm, but credit Holmes. They're throwing a lot of different looks at them defensively, keeping ICC on their heels.
Substitutions into the game for the Indians as our Destiny Harris comes back in. Lamaya Pfeiffer into the game. Also, Nadia Gillespie checks in for the first time here in the second half. Let's see what Holmes decides to do here defensively. It's back into that 1-3-1 again. As I'm telling you, Symphony Berry is going to cause problems in the center, and another turnover. That 1-3-1 has been a look ICC has not handled well so far. Now Bunch in transition, contact. Anybody going to make a call? And finally a block is called.
Yeah, say the trailing official came in and made the blocking call that time. The referee underneath the basket didn't want anything to do with that call, and there's no way that basket counts. This is not the NBA. No way.
And they're going to talk about that, but the contact was way out in front of the shot. They haven't put the points on the board.
No, and they shouldn't. There's no continuation in this situation.
And
there's no way she should
Robin
get
Porter is pleading her case. There's no way that can count.
There's no way.
First off, the question is, why is the official under the goal that's got the view not making that call? That the worst position on the floor was the trailing official, and he made the call.
Yeah, I'm just saying the whistle.
2 shots, that's right. That's right. The foul occurred all the way out at the free throw line. The shot had not been initiated.
Well, then why are we getting shots? Because they're not in the bonus, are they?
Well, that's.
So they're not in the bonus.
There's no way they should be shooting free throws here then.
Yeah. Because that's only the 3rd foul.
If you're not in the bonus and it's not a shooting foul, you can't shoot free throws.
All right.
So Bunch goes to the line. She just right on cue knocks home both of them.
Well, good job by Holmes taking advantage of that situation.
Well, and you got to ask the question, is the foul there will go against Nadia Gillespie, but I don't understand how you shoot free throws if it's not a shooting foul and you're not in the bonus.
And if it was a shooting foul, then you should have
got the bucket.
Should have got the bucket. One. Yeah. JUCO, baby.
And all after the official that's in the worst spot on the floor makes the call. As Overton drives down low, contact right in front of his face. This time he doesn't make a call as the ball goes out of bounds, and Holmes will get it back. So you call one 30 feet behind the play and then one 2 inches in front of, and you don't blow the whistle.
And Coach Porter coming out saying the same thing here, and all of a sudden Holmes climbing back in this contest, 49-41, coming up on 4 minutes to play.
8-point lead for ICC, but there's definitely some momentum over on the Holmes side. And that's what you hate to see off that kind of thing is momentum swings on those types of situations. That's 13 on the shot clock. Pass goes off into the corner with Powers. Powers slid her feet. That's got to be a travel, and there's the whistle on the call.
Well, right now you just hold your breath every time the whistle blows. There was some contact, but yeah.
It's starting to feel like the game's kind of coming off the rails a little bit from an officiating standpoint, as both teams are pretty energized. Back into a 1-3-1 zone set on the defensive end. Harris operating off right side, trying to get it ball down low. Now back to Gillespie out top. ICC is struggling on the offensive side since going to this 1-3-1. And pass sails out of bounds. We'll go back to Holmes as it has not been good on the offensive end for the Indians since going 1-3-1.
Yeah, it's been about 3 minutes that ICC would love to see put behind them and find their offense going on the other end. But Holmes, man, climbing back in this one behind that 1-3-1 defense.
Williams out front, pulls the trigger on a three. Front iron, no good. Bunch for the rebound, trying to get up around, gets the shot up, no good. Pfeiffer fights for a rebound, but Holmes is able to get it up a third time there with Symphony Berry. She actually threw the basketball backwards, but got fouled in the process and will go to the line 4-2.
Well, that's one thing ICC's done a good job of tonight is keeping Holmes off the offensive boards. 2 opportunities that time, and now they're going to the free throw line.
Substitutions here for the Indians as Amelia Hatch checks into the game, subbing off our Destiny Harris. Mariah Holland comes in, subs off Lamaya Pfeiffer. So the 5 on the floor here for ICC. Gillespie, Holland, Overton, Warriors has checked in. And Amelia Hatch also on the floor here for the Indians. So you got 3 bodies that are ready to get in there and fight for rebounds for sure.
Yeah.
And Gillespie, Warriors, and Pfeiffer. That's probably 3 of your better rebounders on the team. His first free throw for Berry was good. Now here comes the second. It misses everything almost off the left side. Now transition. Here comes ICC's Overton. Realizes she didn't have the numbers that she thought she did. Swings the basketball across the floor. Should have been picked off, but wasn't. And hopefully the offense has time to reset. Hatch down low, gives off to Warriors, operates through contact. Back glass, no good. Rebound knocked around and ends up in the arms of Katie Powers. Now Powers for Holmes up the right side. Gives off to Manning. Manning, a Euro step in the lane and finishes it off the right side glass. And ICC may need a timeout.
Yeah, need a timeout in a hurry right here. And I think that's what Coach Porter's going to do. And she's going to take that timeout. ICC's got to find a way to stop the bleeding.
Good job by Hatch. They're taking it to her lead that was at once 11 is back down to 5 with 2:46 to go here in the third quarter. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Well, it was a back-and-forth affair early on in this first half, but since the second half got here, ICC really put the foot on the accelerator, pushed the lead out to 11, but now Holmes has done a good job in cutting it back to 5, and it's been that 1-3-1 zone of the defensive end that's caused ICC fits offensively.
Yeah, ICC needs to find that solid high-low offensive set, maybe see if they can spot somebody up on the outside and go inside out and burn them with a 3.
So Gillespie, Hatch, Warriors, Holland, and Dee Shepard also on the floor now here for the Indians. Ball trapped down low, gets it to Warriors, trying to use the glass, no good, and rebound goes to Symphony Berry. And again, here comes Holmes. Pushing the basketball up the floor in a hurry. Bunch off right side. Gets around her lady into the lane. Right side, back iron, no good. Berry on the rebound puts it up in and good. We did not see Symphony Berry in the first half, but in the second half, she's come in and taken over on the glass.
Yeah, you know, we talked about that. ICC did a good job of keeping Holmes off the glass, but here in the last 3 to 4 minutes, they have dominated the boards on both sides.
Lead back down to 3 for the Indians. Shepard for 3, right side. Back iron, no good. Needed that one if you're ICC. And again, out running quick. Here comes Morgan Williams for Holmes. Good pass to Bunches. Back down in her face by Dee Shepard.
Smart
play there by Gillespie to realize, hey, only one of me, 3 of them. Gives off to Shepard, into the elbow. Now back to Hatch. Could have traveled there. Now gets it back to Shepard. Now corner to Gillespie. Wide open shot needed. And it's in and good. There for Nadia Gillespie.
Big basket there for the Indians.
Pushing the lead back out to 6. As you mentioned, you need that 3 there to soften up that zone, and that maybe will help you out a little bit. That's why you swing the basketball on those sets. Powers has it out top. 1:25 to play here in the third. She goes off right side, down close to the lane, using the glass, can't get it to go, and rebound is fought for, but Gillespie had it, but gave it right back. Williams got the basketball back from Gillespie just by being a stickler and staying there close to it. Knocks it loose and gets fouled and goes to the free throw line.
Yeah, got to value the basketball more than that. One of those, you've probably done that dozens of times in practice where you just easily drop it off to the girl next to you. Good job to have the wherewithal by the Holmes player to stick around, steal that one, and have a chance to go back to the free throw line.
So lead at 6 for ICC. Holmes cut it all the way back down to 3. It stands at 6, but 2 shots here coming for Morgan Williams. Williams, a 60% free throw shooter on the year. First one up and good. As we saw Zaire Burgess check back into the game for Cleo Warriors. Second free throw up and good there for for Williams as well. So back down to a 4-point advantage for ICC with about a minute to play here in the third quarter.
Yeah, good job by Holmes taking advantage of getting to the free throw line, making them when they have those opportunities, staying within striking distance.
Lots of contact down low, and they get Zaire Burgess for an offensive foul. As I say, she got on Katie Powers with a right elbow, knocked her to the ground. That will be Burgess's second foul. Team's 6th here of the quarter.
I missed that one, Jordan.
Basketball sailing out of bounds there. Holmes trying to do a little bit too much possibly on the offensive end. One of those unforced turnovers we talked about gives it back to the Indians. So let's see what they do right here. 50 seconds on the game clock. Opportunity to go 2 for 1 if you want to, but you've really struggled on the offensive end, and it's back into a 1-3-1 zone set for the Bulldogs. Shepard, right side, down low to Burgess. Gives back to Gillespie. Ball swings to the left side corner. Now skip pass back to Shepard into the lane. Finishing off right side. Won't get it to go, but a blocking foul, and she'll go to the free throw line.
I like ICC's adjustments here on offense. Going inside out, then attacking again on that backside after you get the defense in that shift. Able to come in. Unfortunately, just couldn't finish that time for DD.
That foul's on Berry, her second. Team's second. Only 2 fouls on the Holmes Bulldogs here in the third quarter. We'll send DD Shepard to the line for 2. Shepard, an 80% shooter on the year. Need these 2 here for DD. First one. Off the brick, no good. I agree, though. That's ICC. The biggest change you've seen offensively is they've started to swing the basketball back and forth. And with that 1-3-1, that back forward's in charge of running the baseline. You got to get the basketball out in front of them. So here's the second one for Shepard. It's up and good. 5 points here in the third period for DD Shepard, and a full court press coming off the made free throw for the Indians. Berry gets it to Power, skips the pass up to Bunch. Now Bunch into the lane off left side. Contact, no call, and which goes in favor of ICC. Ball's tied up, and a jump ball is going to favor Holmes. As Berry got in there for it, ICC thought they had the rebound, but Symphony Berry got in there and got her hands on it.
Hey, I like the fight out of Gillespie, though. Could have easily given up on the basketball that time. Stayed with it, fought hard, and now the Bulldogs have it on the baseline.
So turn the shot clock off. 25 seconds to play on the game clock here in the third quarter. ICC leads it by 5, and a big stop here before the break would be great. As Manning drives lane left side, she gets it to go left side. I thought they would probably hold it for the last shot, but they don't.
I think ICC thought that defensively as well.
It looked like it. They gave her the left side lane, and she finished it. Now here ICC has an opportunity to score at the buzzer. Shepard out top, being covered by Bunch. Still in that zone set. Pass goes over corner to Gillespie for 3, and good. Over there, Nadia Gillespie knocks home her third 3 of the game, and that's a big one there as momentum comes over to the ICC sideline as we end the third period. 56-50, ICC leads. We've got 1 quarter left, and what's been a really good basketball game tonight here from the Davis Event Center. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you've got some umph, and I got some umph.
I don't know about your umph, but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic chicken slinger.
Is it a good umph or a bad umph?
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes. Dancing, eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
Well, Adam, the 1-3-1 zone from Holmes caused a lot of trouble for ICC offensively through the third quarter, but towards the end there, they figured out how to navigate against it and got some good looks.
Absolutely, and a good job that time getting on the boards, tipped it out. DD got it going to the free throw line. But, yeah, against a 1-3-1, you got to do one of two things. You either got to exploit the baseline or exploit the defense moving from left to right. And ICC did a good job of working inside out and then going towards that backside. And you saw there they had that mid-low, high-low set that time where they had the baseline jumper. If they collapse on the baseline, then you get that bounce pass for what should be an easy layup.
Good job on the glass there by DD Shepard. She gets to the line, hits her first. Good-looking freshman there for ICC out of Pontotoc, 5'6" freshman. She's been a very good addition to Robin Porter's team here so far on the year. Here's the second one coming from Shepard. It's up and it's good as well, pushing the lead back out to 8 points.
Yeah, free throws are going to be huge here in the fourth quarter.
ICC shot them pretty well so far on the year, just a little bit over 71%. Holmes hasn't shot them quite as well at 59% so far this year. Bunch on the offensive end, gets it in there close, and I tell you what, she got up in the air, and it was almost like, what did I do with it? But she's able to finish it off the glass on the right side. Bunch with her 20th point of the night.
Yeah, she's been extremely impressive tonight.
Holland off that far side baseline, now gives back to Shepard. Open look there, she hits the bottom of the net. That's one of those open spots you're talking about there. As you get that baseline person out of the way, there's an opening there right off the block.
Yeah, you almost reverse the thought process of basketball. Point guard up front, you want to run a rover against that backside of that defense, and then you have the two options to go to there. Indians execute it perfectly.
Bunch out of the corner. Ball knocked off the leg of Nadia Gillespie. Now down low. Kicks back over at right side or left side corner with Manning. No good. Rebounded by Amelia Hatch.
Great block out by Hatch.
Yeah, good job by Hatch. The guard, one of the smallest ladies on the floor, comes away with the rebound. Reminds me a little bit of Tabria Gandy.
Yes.
Finding a way to get there to the rebound. Is DD Shepard taking over here in the fourth quarter. Only 6 points scored by the Indians in the fourth so far. All 6 belong to the freshman from Pontotoc.
Big basket there, knifing through the paint, kiss off the glass. ICC back out to double-digit lead.
Little Bill Rafferty there, huh, with the kiss, huh?
Yeah.
I like that. Makes me think March Madness is going to be here. I missed having that last year.
Big time.
Ready to have that roll around here soon. As Williams into the lane, they're going to say charge, take the basket off of the board, as she was able to finish it with the right hand, but she ran smooth over Zaire Burgess in the process.
Well, actually, it was DD Shepard taking that charge that time, and you got to like that. DD getting the basket on one end, giving her body up on the other side. Total team effort.
Great night so far for DD. That foul will go against.
So they're asking if the foul came after the shot, or did? Yeah, they took the points off.
Yeah, they got to take the points off there.
Hey, just checking in. Looks like Holmes leading ICC in men's action. That's over on the Cardinal channels of HolmesCCmedia.com. It's 31-28, Holmes with the lead.
Great job by Amelia Hatch there off the right side, just taking it all by herself, putting it in off the glass and pushing that lead back out to 12 points. And there she is on the defensive end as well. Not giving Holmes anything easy as the trap was set up top with Shepard and Hatch. Ball goes down low. Good block out down low there by our Destiny Harris as basketball sails out of bounds off ICC, and Holmes will have an entry pass from the baseline.
Tell you what, I really like the mentality of these guards for ICC. They know they're outsized, but my goodness, they're going to put their butt into the player and block them out and make you earn a rebound or either come with their back.
And they're just disruptive on the defensive end altogether. It's almost like water bugs, just constant movement, arms in the throwing lanes, and not giving anybody anything easy. Good entry pass down low to Bunch. It's in and good, and she'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. As Bunch having a career night here tonight in Fulton.
Yeah, you got to have backside help there on Bunch. She's played extremely well, everything. She's just been dialed in tonight and has really kept Holmes in this contest.
That foul goes on our Destiny Harris, her first, team's first here in the fourth. As ICC leads it by 10. Bunch goes to the line with a chance to cut it back down to single digits. And she won't be able to, though, off the front iron, no
Gotta
good.
Secure the basketball.
Rebound rolls around and a whistle and they're going to say a jump ball. So I thought there could be a foul call there, somebody diving into it. But jump ball is the call, and Holmes will retain possession. So an opportunity here for a big swing on this time down the floor.
Yeah, if Holmes can cash in right here, it could be big in this situation.
Smith was open initially. Couldn't get the basketball there. Now back to Red. Starts right, now back left. Throws it down low somewhere. I don't know who she was throwing the basketball to.
And they don't know. They're going to say ICC basketball.
I thought it hit somebody's hand.
I thought it was out on us, too. I was kind of hoping Gillespie would get after it a little bit more. Maybe that's the reason why it stayed with ICC.
She sold it.
Yeah, she sold it.
As Overton
break for
back
ICC.
into the game. And she started at the point guard spot, but it's been a lot of Amelia Hatch there so far tonight. Overton a little foul trouble early on. But here she is with 7 minutes to go in the fourth. Burgess off right side, going towards the rim, fouled as she gets there. She'll go to the line here for 2. As you mentioned, free throws will be important here down the stretch. You hit the nail on the head with that.
I really like Boosie coming off that wing right there because she's strong. She's got that upper body strength, able to finish around the basket. Don't imagine expect to see ICC sticking with that a little bit more down the stretch.
Fourth foul on Morgan Williams. Williams came into the night as the leading scorer this season for Holmes. I would imagine here, tough decision for Coach Johns Andrews as first free throw by Burgess is in and good. You're down 11, 7 to play. Your leading scorer's got 4 fouls. I mean, you want to keep her on the floor, but at the same time, you can't let her foul out of the game.
Yeah, it's one of those probably not going to be on the bench very long.
Second one off the left side iron, no good for Burgess, so splits the 2 and back to an 11-point advantage for the Lady Indians. Here comes Bunch. She's been the source of offense as she hands off to Smith. Right side, can't get it to go, and rebounded by ICC, but Overton rebounded it with a foot out of bounds.
Yeah, she's a little upset with herself that time as she took that little baby hop and stepped on the out-of-bounds line. Another break there for Holmes. Holmes hanging around in this one, but ICC needs to find a way to dig deep, maybe go on a little 4-0, 6-0 run to put this thing to bed.
Here comes Symphony Berry back into the game. Berry just pounded the glass early on when she was in. Entry pass knocked loose, now into the arms of Manning, won't go, and there is Shepard on the rebound.
Good job by Dee grabbing that rebound and quickly pushing it up the floor.
She wanted to just hit that burst of speed down low, but wisely pulls out there. Going to run a little bit of clock here. Give and go with Burgess. Overton right side, couldn't get it to go. That was a perfect give and go opportunity there between Burgess and Overton.
A lot of contact, but a good no call.
Red with the basketball out top, being defended by Gillespie. Gives off right side to Berry. Now down low again to Bunch. Bunch had a look at it, couldn't make it go, and tons of contact again right here. And Overton's visibly frustrated as she just got smoked twice.
Yeah, she got hit hard off that rebound, and then a unintentional shoulder coming in, popping her on the chin that time.
Letting them play here down the stretch in Fulton as Overton now goes to her right. Gillespie has 3 threes on the night as she kicks down low. Now swing pass across the floor to Shepard. Shepard goes right, now back left. 5 on the shot clock. Got to make something happen. Gillespie, pump fake, into the lane from the logo. Floater off their left side and no good.
So ICC not moving without the basketball allowed that defense to use their length and their range to be able to make things difficult.
Jones gives now right side to Manning. Pulls up for 3, bottom of the net and good. Jordan Manning now into double figures with 13 points on the night.
Big shot there.
So back to an 8-point advantage. ICC just not been able to put away Holmes all night. As you sat between that 8 and 12-point mark, it seems like most of the second half.
Yes, every time Holmes has gone on a run, ICC's had an answer. Right now, ICC needs to find that answer.
2-3 zone. Well, this time down the floor. Ball goes down low to Royals, and she walked with it. She picked it up, took a left step, then took a right step, and just gave the basketball back to the referee because she knew what she'd done.
Yep, just couldn't quite find the possession or the handle on the basketball that time. Maybe getting a little tired out there. Imagine she'll get a quick spell. 5:04 to go here, 65-57, ICC with the lead.
Full court press action as basketball comes into Red. Let's set the floor for the Indians. You got Burgess and Overton out top, Mariah Holland in the middle. Also Amelia Hatch and Chloe Edwards in the contest at guard spots for the Indians. So 3 guards, a forward, and a center out there for ICC. Under 5 to play in fourth quarter action. Manning, that is, drives the lane. It hit the front iron, rolled around, and wouldn't go. So still an 8-point lead for the Indians and the basketball.
Yeah, break for ICC that Holmes has cooled off offensively.
Pull up 3 for Edwards. Not the shot you're looking for there. That early in the shot clock, it was airballed, and Holmes gets it right back quickly.
Yeah, Edwards fresh in the game off the bench. You know she was wanting to get in on the action a little bit. Just need to take a deep breath, refocus, and get back here defensively.
Good defense so far in the possession by the Indians. Down the lane comes Holmes, in and good. As Shatoria Veen, we haven't heard her name mentioned all night long. She gets it into the lane, finishes it with the right hand, and she'll go to the line for one more.
Yeah, strong finish that time, drew the contact, and when you feel that contact, sometimes you just throw it up and good things happen, and that's what's the case there.
Foul's going to go against Amelia Hatch, her second, team second here in the fourth. But more importantly, that cuts the lead down to 6 with an opportunity to make it 5 here from the charity stripe. As Burgess checks off and Dee Shepard comes back into the game for the Indians.
Yeah, ICC's got to find some stops, get some baskets on the other end as well. Big time stretch coming up here. 4:15 to play, and big miss there for the Bulldogs.
Bean bangs it off the back iron, no good, so leave it as a 6-point advantage, ICC. Quickly up the floor comes Shepard, fighting through contact, airballed it, and Holmes gives it right back to the Indians. They're finally going to get the foul call there, as Holland was smoked as she went up with it off the left side. Shot didn't go, but she'll go to the line here for 2. Foul was on Symphony Berry, her third.
Well, we just saw it on the other end, missed free throw here. ICC needs to come back down here. Again, got to make these free throws. I know sound like a broken record. Keep saying this over and over and over again, but, man, these are big.
Holland's 2 of 2 on the night from the free throw line. 2 big ones here. First one in and good. As the sophomore from Lafayette County High School, who played a lot last year for the Indians, one of those veterans on the team. You know, a lot of freshmen that are getting a lot of playing time. I mean, look out there right now. You got 3, Edwards, Shepard, and Hatch. But Holland is one of those veteran leaders on the team. That has to be a lane violation, but it did go down. Rolled in and good for Holland, so perfect 4-4 off the line tonight for Mariah Holland. She's got 14.
Need a stop defensively this time down the floor for the Indians.
Back to 8. As Katie Powell controls the offense out top. As well as Tanaya Jones playing back and forth with it at what used to be called the timeline. Right side with Berry. Now back to Powell. Looking for somewhere to go with the basketball. Now kicks back off the wing. Gives to Manning in the corner. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Got to make something happen quick. She's going to pull up from NBA range. Front iron, no good, but there's Berry on the rebound. She goes up. It hits, and she's fouled, and will go to the line for one more.
Strong move that time. Just an unfortunate bounce on the rebound. Went long. Holmes was able to get it. Got her with the body, and the shot failed.
That's those frustrating possessions. As you did everything right defensively, you got yourself in a position for the rebound. It's a long rebound that lands in their arms, and then you foul them as they put it back up.
Yep. We still got a lot of time to play here. 3.5, 6-point contest. It's going to be a dogfight down the stretch.
Berry 1 of 2 on the line so far tonight. That one no good, long, and rebounded by Shamaria Overton. ICC's wasting no time. Here comes Hatch up the floor. She's fouled going up from the right side, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Well, I think ICC feels like they've got that advantage when it comes to speed, getting out and running the floor when Holmes goes to those big sets, and I think that's what they're trying to exploit there.
Hatch 2 of 2 from the stripe on the night. 9 of 10 on the year, so I'm not very good at math, but I can tell you that's 90%. The 2 big ones, possibly the 2 biggest she's had all year, coming up right here. First foul, that one goes on Manning. Team's 5th, so free throws rest of the way through for the Lady Indians.
And that's going to be big. If you can get to the free throw line, of course, you got to foul 2 more times for your ICC before they're on the line, but if you can take advantage of these opportunities.
I spoke too soon. It's Hatch off the back iron, no good on the first one. 6-point advantage for ICC, waiting that second free throw here by the freshman Hatch.
Men's game, Holmes is up 38-31. That's in the second half.
So sounds like a good one taking place there in men's action. This has been a good one here tonight as well. The second one up and good there for Amelia Hatch, and expect ICC to go immediately into that full-court trap.
Yeah, I would say make that second one also allows ICC to set up that trap and at least make them waste some time and eat some of the clock.
Powers and Jones working against that trap, trying to get the basketball up the floor. Powers breaks the press on her own, but picks up her dribble down around the low block and has to find somewhere to go with it. Now back out top with Bunch. Over to Jones, 15 on the shot clock. Bunch starts left, now back right, being defended by Hatch. The pass is going to sail out of bounds and come back ICC's way. It's a good defensive possession there for the Indians.
It was. Got to turn turnovers into points here for ICC to build on this lead. Right now it's 7 with 3:03 to play, but good idea that time. Just a miscommunication on the Bulldogs' part as they were looking for that Princeton backdoor cut.
And here comes the Bulldogs back into that full court press as well. So 3 minutes to play, trailing by 7. They're going to force the issue. Shepard pulls up off the baseline, fouled after the shot. And as she's coming down, you got to allow her to sit back down, and they did not do that as Symphony Berry undercut her, and will let Shepard go to the line for 2.
Yeah, I think Shepard noticed that too, that the defender was coming towards her, so she was able to get that shot, maybe played on it a little bit to be able to draw the foul.
Well, and you know how we mentioned that Berry did not see any action in the first half? Maybe it's because of the foul issue, because that's 4 on her here in the second half, as the first free throw is up and good by Dee Shepard. Shepard has 9 points, that is, here in the fourth quarter alone, a chance to make it 10 right here.
Be a big free throw if it falls.
And it does. Good job off the stripe for Dee Shepard, as she is 5 of 5 of my count on the night. Back out to a 9-point advantage, under 3 minutes to play in this one. Here comes Bunch. She had some numbers pulled back. She's been the source of offense throughout the night for Holmes. She forces a shot up there, but again, it just lands right there in the arms of Jalecia Smith, who's able to put it back up and finish off the right side. She just threw up a prayer, and it lands in her lady's arms.
Yeah, and we've seen that a couple of times for ICC, as you said, frustrating because you do everything right except one thing, and Holmes just happens to be in the right spot at the right time.
7-point advantage, 2:20 to go, as Hatch gives back to Shepard out top. Now back to Hatch off left side. Down low with Burgess.
Nice.
Give and go back to Shamaria Overton as she finishes it off the right side. It's a nice assist by the sophomore Burgess.
Well, when you get movement away from the basketball and end up with a layup like that, it's just a beautiful thing.
Backside movement, wide open lane there for Overton. Now 9-point advantage, 2 minutes to go as ICC playing well down here down the stretch. Smith has it out top of the key. Pass goes corner to Jones. Thought about the 3, thinks better of it. Now kicks back up top to Manning. Manning back to Jones, 5 on the shot clock. Trying to go up and under.
Ooh.
Rolls around, no good, and there's Nadia Gillespie for the rebound.
Tough shot that time. Good defensive effort by ICC to force the miss.
And you heard Robin Porter across the way saying, slow down, calm down, set things up as you lead it by 9. Minute 30 to go. You want to take up all the time here that you can. Overton being defended by Powers out top. Powers picks her pocket. Powers going to try to score it out in transition. Starts, stops, now puts it up off left side. Doesn't go. Manning with the rebound. She puts it up and is fouled and to go to the line. As Katie Powers got a hand in there, knocked the ball loose. Couldn't get it to go herself, but again, offensive board for Holmes, and they've been good on the offensive glass.
Especially in the second half. ICC did a good job of limiting them to one and done in the majority of the first half, but Holmes getting a lot more aggressive on the boards, and it's showing, and that's what's keeping them hanging around in this contest.
Manning 1 of 2 off the free throw line tonight. 14 points for the 5'9" sophomore guard out of Canton. Her first one back iron, now front iron, and falls off into the arms of the official. No good.
And Jordan, we said it, free throws could determine this game right now. ICC making them, Holmes is not.
Makes a big difference in a single-digit game down the stretch. Waiting the second one here from Manning. It rolls around in and good, so cut it to an 8-point lead and full court press coming from Holmes. Overton working up the right sideline. And finally going to get that blocking foul call right here in front of us. And I tell you, Tania Jones didn't like the call, but I mean, that's a foul. You're going to get called for that.
Yeah, all day, every day in that situation. Just got her, bodied her up a little too much for the referee's likings, and it should be a couple of free throws coming up here for ICC.
Yeah, in the bonus. Yep. So we're going to see Overton go to the line. And, you know, that's one of those things. It's down the stretch when an official knows the other team's going to be fouling. Sometimes they're looking for that contact, and you're going to get that call even if it is bang-bang. But that one there was pretty apparent on Jones. So Overton to the line. Only 4 points tonight for Shamaria, coming off 20 at Kahoma on Monday. First free throw in and good for the sophomore. She just does a great job running the show offensively. Is when you need things to calm down and set back up, she's always someone you can go to with the basketball to let that happen. The second one there from Overton rattles around good as well. So 6 points on the night for the sophomore guard. 10-point lead back for ICC with 70 seconds to go.
Yeah, she knew she was making those 2 free throws. 2 dribbles, put her shot up, looked confident each time.
Good looking confidence there off the free throw line. And sometimes that's half the battle off the stripe. Jones now going back right, hand off to Bunch, coming back left side. Now changes directions back to her right, steps behind the three-point line, puts one up, no good. And Dee Shepard clears the rebounds. And ICC's feeling victory here as they're getting close to being able to put this one on the ice pack as they lead it by 10, 41.9 seconds. Shepard picked up her dribble over there Coach Porter had to call the timeout. Let's take this break. We'll come back with the last 42 seconds of this one. ICC leads it by 10 as we get ready to close this one down from Fulton. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
74-64 in favor of the good guys here from Fulton as ICC has put together a good second half. They led it by 6 at the half, have led it by as much as 13, but we've sat around that 10-point mark for the last 5 or 6 minutes or so. As Adam, I think the turning point in this game was halfway through the third quarter. We saw Holmes go to a 1-3-1 that really stifled ICC offensively. They cut the lead down to 3, but just as soon as a timeout, Coach Porter got her ladies back under control, you saw that lead start to grow again.
Yeah, I feel like we're seeing this team grow a lot in this ball game too. Holmes has come out a very experienced team, sophomore heavy, has given us everything we wanted and then some defensively, but ICC's been able to make those adjustments, yes, on the play, but also mentally.
Under 30 seconds to play as Hatch gives back to Overton off the right side. Overton drives the lane, now back to Shepard. Pulls up for 3, rolls around, no good, as she wanted that one bad. She's had a good fourth quarter here tonight as a whistle after the rebound.
Timeout going to be called by Holmes to advance the basketball.
Timeout to advance the basketball. Let's keep it here during that. Let's go through a couple of our sponsors. Skip the register when you order your favorite Little Caesars pizza on the Little Caesars app, and stay safe by using the Pizza Portal pickup when you swing by Little Caesars at 1405 South Adams Street. ICC fans, next time you come into Fulton, be sure to visit the Sonic of Fulton. You can't miss it right there on South Adams Street. Be sure to download the Sonic app for exclusive deals and specials you can't get anywhere. Also, John Harrod and all the great folks at the Bank of Okolona are proud to help support ICC athletics. The Bank of Okolona is a hometown bank serving Chickasaw County and the surrounding areas for over 75 years. Learn more at bankofokolona.com. As it's been the freshman for me tonight, Dee Shepard, that's really taken over here in the fourth quarter. And if I'm going to give away a Player of the Game award, I'm going to give it to Dee.
I agree. She's played extremely well, and more importantly, has been clutch at the free throw line when we needed her to down the stretch.
Powers to inbound it for, almost said Okolona after doing the Bank of Okolona. It would have been the right uniform color as she gets it back off the give. No good. Overton with the rebound, and surely they're not going to foul here with 10 seconds to go. With balls flying all over the place. Bunch has it, drives the lane, tries to give over to Red, and she's fouled if she puts it up by Shamaria Overton.
I think that's a little
frustrations all over the place.
That was frustration on Overton's part because she felt like she was getting the business, no whistle. And I agree, the officials were trying to let the game play out. And
didn't expect to see Holmes to attempt a foul there. As we'll see Red go to the free throw line. Her first one up and good. Jemiah Red with only her second point of the night. Second one in and good as well. So that cuts the lead back down to 8 points. Inbound comes to Shepard, up the floor to Hatch. The clock is going to hit triple zeros, and ICC, after a tough loss at Kahoma on Monday night, is going to fight back, win a good game here tonight, a really good basketball game altogether. They knock off the Holmes Bulldogs by 8. Let's take a break. We'll come back and close this one down from Fulton. We will have a look at the final stats. We'll look back at what our keys to the game were, and let's check in over there on the men as well here in the post-game report. We'll be back right after this with the Renaissance Bank post-game show. ICC winner tonight over Holmes, 74-66.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you've got some oomph, and I got some oomph.
I don't know about your oomph, but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic chicken slinger.
Is it a good oomph or a bad oomph?
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes, dancing, eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
74-66, Robin Porter and her Lady Indians are winners tonight over the Holmes Bulldogs. Good to get back in that win column. ICC will improve to 3-1 on the season. And Holmes, you know, as you look down here at the standings, they were actually leading the MACJC at 4-1.
Yeah.
So the ICC is going to, at the worst, be in a tie for first place in the North after action here tonight. This is the Renaissance Bank postgame report. Visit renaissancebank.com to learn more about their Rewards Extra checking account. Renaissance Bank, the bank that understands you. 74-66, ICC wins it. Let's take a look at the scoring column for tonight's action. Gabriella Bunch for Holmes led all scoring with 20 points. She had 18 of those through the third quarter, only scored 2 in the fourth. Jordan Manning played a good second half as well. She finishes the night with 15 points. Jemiah Red was one of those starters that was in some foul trouble early on. She finishes the night with 2 points as well. Jalecia Smith, one of those 4 starters from Canton, Mississippi, with 5 points on the night for the Lady Bulldogs, as well as Shatoria Veen. She checked in the fourth quarter and got 2. Tania Jones played a lot of action, was very active on the rebounding boards, but only 1 point in tonight's action. Morgan Williams fought through and was able to get to her average. She averaged 11 points, that led scoring for the team. She got 11 points here tonight, fighting through foul trouble to get to that number. Symphony Berry came on in the second half. Didn't see her any in the first half, but she was active on the rebounding boards as well and scored 5 points in the second half. Katie Powers, the freshman from Iuka, Mississippi, played a lot tonight, running the point guard show for the Lady Bulldogs, and she scored 2 points. So that's all 66 there for the Lady Bulldogs. Let's flip the page and look at what happens on the scoring column for the Lady Indians tonight. They were led in scoring by Dee Dee Shepard, who Shepard went for 10 points in the fourth quarter and was really able to take over there. She finishes with 17 tonight. The freshman from Pontotoc leads scoring for the Lady Indians. Zaire Burgess drew the start. 4 points tonight for Burgess. 5 points for Scarlett Guess, who was 1 of 2 from the three-point line. Speaking of the three-point line, Nadia Gillespie comes off the bench tonight. Is 3 of 4 from the three-point line, goes for 12 points, and really provided a spark several times when ICC was struggling against that 1-3-1 zone. She was able to bust it from downtown. Shamaria Overton fought foul trouble all night long, finishes the night with 4 fouls. She's able to pick up 6 points and hit some clutch free throws there down the stretch to really put this one away tonight for the Lady Indians. Cleo Warriors, she's growing up before our eyes, folks. She looked good out there again tonight, specifically on the glass. She finishes with 8 points, the freshman out of the great state of Georgia tonight for the Indians. 6 points for Amelia Hatch, who got to play more than she normally would expect to due to Overton being in so much foul trouble. She never skipped a beat in there as the point guard in the set. Our Destiny Harris played lots of minutes, did not get into the scoring column. Lamaya Pfeiffer picked up 7 points down the stretch, 3 points down the stretch. And Mariah Holland, she paced the Indians in the first half with 12 points, scored 2 off the charity stripe in the second half, finishes with 14. But it's good to see the sophomore Holland back to her old self and what we saw so much out of her last year, pounding the glass and finishing specifically off that left side on the offensive end.
Yeah, she did a great job. And I think if you listened to the scoring that you just mentioned right there, everybody contributed. And I think when we go back, we're going to see a lot of people that had an assist. You talked about Overton and Hatch's play at point guard. We didn't miss a step whenever you went from one to the other. I thought Hatch grew up a lot tonight. I think this game is going to be a game that Coach Porter is going to be able to look back on later this season and be like, okay, this was the start of a turning point for us. We come off that disappointing loss at Kahoma, come back tonight against a very good Holmes team, was able to get that double-digit lead. They came back. We fought through that adversity and found a way to win.
And when we talked to Robin Porter, there's really 2 things that she hangs her hat on. One is defensive intensity. We're going to play defense all the way up and down the floor, and if you don't play defense, you're probably not going to get to play. Well, she played 11 ladies, which means she's got her point across. They know they've got to play defense, but she preaches depth. She wants to be able to put people out there that she trusts, and she told me point blank in the postgame report last week, I've got 11 ladies that I trust on the floor, and she's played them. If defense and depth are her two things, she's got both of those right now, and what looks to be a very bright year for the Lady Indians. So let's look ahead. Let's see what's coming up next. On Monday night, let's see what happens with this crazy weather in the state of Mississippi. But the ladies are supposed to be here on the floor in the Davis Event Center in Fulton against Delta at 5:30. The men will stay on the road and be at Delta, as it looks like they're still trailing by about 10 points on the road right now at Holmes. So let's take a look back at tonight. The Lady Indians improved to 3-1. Holmes falls to 4-3 on the year, but only 4-2 in division play. But more importantly, the Indians are now in a tie on top of the MACJC North. Adam, anything you'd like to get off your chest before we kick this one away for the night?
Well, I'm happy to be able to fill in for Mr. Jim Ingram. Hope he's watching tonight and enjoyed the show. And I didn't disappoint him too much, but we talk about this week for ICC. For the women, they play Monday night. Try to play Monday night. They play again Thursday night in a makeup game with Northwest, and then go to East Mississippi on Saturday. This is going to be a huge week for this young basketball team to see what they have in them, and it'll be a good test midway through the season when it comes to those, when you have to play those back-to-back games in the playoffs.
Yeah, you find out what you're made of. I mean, you got a game. You've already beat Delta once. You got an opportunity to beat them. Or you were supposed to play Delta. I don't guess you got to play them because of the
No, we have played them. We won at their place.
Down there, so now they're returning. See, with the men in one place and the women in one place, it messes it all up. But it's the return trip back here to Fulton for the ladies on Monday night. You feel like you have a good chance to win that contest. You know, you get East Mississippi at the end of the week. They're a perennial powerhouse in the division. You're going to find out what you're made of, and you're really going to set the tone for what the division's going to look like in this upcoming week. All right, Adam.
And if you're wanting to see these Lady Indians, I talked to Coach Porter before the game, and it kind of blew my mind. March 15th, their last home game this year.
Really? It's going to be here before we know it.
It is.
The spring is going to get here and get away from us, even though it feels like Antarctica outside for
good
the next
Notre Dame
week.
weather.
Good. Well, all right. That's the second time Notre Dame's come up in the broadcast, so it's time to get off from here. For CJ helping us with the stats down there, Adam Gore, glad to have you back with us on the broadcast here tonight. Jim, we missed you. We'll get you back with us here next week. I am Jordan Smith saying so long from the Davis Event Center in Fulton, where ICC, the Lady Indians, come away 74-66 winners over the Lady Bulldogs from Holmes. Good night from Fulton. Roll Tribe, everybody. We'll see you next week.